These lifts no longer exist. I filmed them just in time because now they've been modernised, and I suppose it was inevitable. However, thanks to the efforts of MICHAL M, some of the lanterns, LED displays and call buttons have not ended up in the skip. Instead, they've ended up here at Starbucks.
It's alright, you're just going in to get a coffee. Let's go. Action.
So please join me, Mr. Che and MICHAL M for a coffee. Although you have to make your own. In this video is this light bulb lantern display.
We're in Starbucks. We're in video about 6 months. Mr. Che. Loads of lift parts. What we've had to do here is we've brought a shoebox. So we've got a battery, we've got cables, and we've got the original cables. And this looks like a workshop rather than a coffee shop. Che, are you enjoying your... What did you get?
Cookie.
Cookie. I haven't even touched my muffin yet.
Full coffee.
The first thing we're going to power up, well, I don't know, you choose. Should we go for the easy ones first?
Sure.
We have, this feels really weird, a couple of lanterns. And these are lamps. This is where I break it. Anti-clockwise.
Yeah.
I always have to think about that when someone says anti-clockwise.
Just pull it, it's quite stiff.
Oh yes. A couple of lamps with the dust on them. Oh Che, you haven't had a look yet. There we go. You've put your torch in there, but we haven't powered it up yet.
Dust.
The only problem is I can't get this damn thing back on again.
You have to bash it in. Yeah, just bash it in.
Oh yes, there we go.
Yeah.
Alright, so clear the area. We're going for a power up.
Sounds like making a bomb.
Yes, it does. Right, so wires, we have a common wire. Oh, that's come off. There's the common wire between the two lamps. I must call them lamps, not bulbs, because people in one of my videos commented that that was something you plant. 12-volt bulbs, lamps, not bulbs. I have cutters as well. Just being lazy there. There we go. Right, okay, here we go. So, the power. Oh, look.
Not really bright.
No, it's not, is it? It's pathetic.
Yeah.
Do you reckon they can turn the lights down?
No. That was much brighter in real life.
Alright, that's up. Well, it could be down, it could be upside down. Here we go. Oh, is that it?
Yeah, they're very dim. Maybe your battery's running out.
Well, when I tested the voltage on the battery, it was 11 volts, and it should be 12, but I have a spare one in the car, which is not that far away. Well, it's a little bit disappointing.
Yeah, a little bit. Could
Oh,
definitely be brighter.
Yes. Good news is we do have some replacement lamps, because the DEWHURST button, which is a separate video, the lamps that light up the buttons are exactly the same as these ones. The holders differ very slightly. So let's have a look at one of the old lantern lamps and the one from the DEWHURST button. You see there's not much difference, it's just really the handle that you use to take them out with that's different. These are 12 volts, 2.2 watts. These ones are still working. See, that's blown. Now that would mean that this lantern is made by Dewhurst, it would appear. And this is some coincidence that Dewhurst use these, which are standard lamps and holders. Not quite sure. But anyway, it would seem to indicate that this is made by Dewhurst. So let's try it out. These are not easy to get in. Just don't seem to fit exactly. And the ones that I took out originally are the same. Just is not going down. Now that side's in. Can't imagine engineers having to replace these lamps and having to go through this. This will not go all the way down, so I can turn it. I know what you're thinking, why don't I put that lamp in this one? Let's try that. It needs just unscrew. Yeah. Oh, this is different. This is a push fit. See if I can get that out without breaking it. There you go. Yeah, different type. We can't swap over the holders, so that just pushes in there. Let's try again. It's not in. I give up. Right, we're just going to use this one. That one went in fine, and it's exactly the same type of holder. Right, let's power it up and see what it looks like. And you can't see it, lights are going off. It's essentially not very interesting, really. It's just an arrow, which is totally plastic, with a lamp behind it. Might be a little bit more interesting if we take it apart. Let's do that next. Well, I'm somewhat disappointed really, because it's just like a bit of plastic glued into a bit of metal, and the lamp holder isn't even part of it. It's a completely separate unit. I'll try and remove whatever this is. It's not silicone, it's, well, it's bendy. I suppose if this were to ever come away, then the arrow would just drop out. Although it's quite difficult to remove on this side. Seems to adhere to the plastic very well, but not the metal. Just going to bend it forwards, I think. Let's see if that will come out now. Yeah, it will, look. Yeah, the only thing holding that in is this like rubber, or it's like hardened form of silicone. There we go. That's all it is. piece of plastic, slightly shaped, but that's it. And the lamp holder is completely separate, and that just goes behind there. Obviously that screws into the metalwork at the back, that goes in front of it.
Thanks to MICHAL M for his efforts. It took him a lot of emails to bag these items before they were thrown in the skip. Visit his channel by clicking on the link at the end of the video. I take a lot of time and effort putting these videos together. If you like my videos, please consider subscribing to the Mr. Matt and Mr. Che channel. Thank you very much for watching.